The next person we're going to welcome to the stage, his name is Shawn, and he is speaking for the community of Integral Living, Flow Arts, Community First Organics, and Burning Man. Let's welcome Shawn to the stage.
So I'm not the only one who's going to be speaking today. We had hoped to bring all of the members, board members of CIL, Community Integral Living on, but we do have one of them, one of the members is sick today. He is suffering from one of the ailments that are going around. Essentially, my name's Shawn. A couple years ago, well, first off, I work for Shell. I'm a chemical engineer, so everybody can, you know, we had a lot of heated talk out there, but recognize that, you know, in the end, if we're really going to change this world, there is no us and them. Yeah. You know, and that's the part that, from my standpoint, is very important, because I, you know, on some level work for the evil doers. But essentially, I'm sitting here in front of you telling you about the vision that I have and the actions that I'm taking to make this world a better place. So, a couple years ago, I was actually, it was inspired by working up in Fort McMurray, and I was trying to figure out what, you know, how can I not continue to do that? And I was trying to look at what my passions were and how do I create action to translate that into something that's sustainable. And there I was inspired to create Community Integral Living, which is a non-profit organization that I started. But as that evolved, I realized that the vision started to expand. And what essentially is being created is what I would consider a series of organizations that all seek to solve, or at least to provide solutions, alternative solutions for a lot of the issues that involve a healthy community. What is a healthy community? And I'm calling that Enlightened Paths. There's no formalized organization, but it's called Enlightened Paths. And under that umbrella is a series of organizations, and these things are actually being taken place. And one of them is founded by a friend of mine who actually is now a board member of our organization. And we met at Shambhala, and he, you know, normally when I meet somebody, I start telling about my passions. I didn't even get out the door. I was like, you know, we meet, and he starts talking about his organization, and I just sat and listened. And I realized I found kindred. You know, I found an individual who not only is passionate about what they do, but is actually taking action and has a plan. And I want to bring this guy on stage, and he came down from Edmonton just for this event. And his name is Brendon.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Brendon. Myself, I'm just a little bit of a backstory. For the last decade, I've been well integrated in the arts scene, as well as business and marketing. Specifically in the arts, I focused a lot in the prop and circus arts, so what we call flow arts. So that's anything like hula hoops, juggling, fire props, stuff like that. And I found it was something I was really passionate about. It's something that really helped me create the identity that is who I am today, and helped me find the path that I want to follow. And say about 5 years ago was when I really decided to take the turn and say, you know, this is my career. This is what I'm going to do for myself, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop everything else, and this is what I'm going to do. And along doing that, I had a unique set of skills of obviously understanding business and understanding marketing, and to do this. And I felt, well, you know, if I can combine both of those together, I can create new systems that I can use to be able to help benefit myself like this, and share this stuff with the community that I care about at the same time. Now, as an artist, trying to build a career, I've discovered real quick, the starving artist paradigm, yeah, it really is a legit paradigm. It's tough to make money as an artist. And the thing is it's being able to find proper value in what you're doing and being able to exchange that with the community. So when I set out, I was like, okay, well, where do you start? How do you find work? How do I promote myself? Where do I even find the information to even take a step forward to start doing this stuff? And everywhere I looked, I couldn't find the answers. I searched all over the web, I talked to people, you know, I found people who are already successful at it, but they never really gave me something like, hey, here's a step-by-step list, go do that and you're going to be, you know, somewhat successful and you'll figure out the rest from there. So after seeing that, I figured, well, there's a need there for it, so I might as well step up to the plate and start filling that need myself. So what I did is I started an organization known as Flow Arts, Distribution and Development. And the goal with this is to help empower artists through creating new tools and resources that allow them to be able to go and create that sustainable living for themselves. So they can follow their passion and do what they want to do with their lives, and be able to connect with a community that helps them evolve that to the fullest potential. So the idea with this is now the tools that we can create are things like career tools. We can connect them to the digital artists, the people that they need to get things like business cards developed, get their own website on, teach them about marketing themselves and how to go out and get the word out there about themselves so they can find work for themselves. You know, if you want to organize a workshop, how do you do that? How do you put the information out there? How do you promote that? So rather than every artist having to figure that out on their own, so that's the main page, that's what it looks like that I'm creating so far. We decided to create all the tools so they can just plug themselves into it and step by step put all the info in that they need, and it'll move forward for them. So this way they don't have to figure it out all for themselves. So right now where we've gotten to is we're focusing on this, profiling artists to start and being able to separate their skills to be able to share them properly. So whether those are student level skills, performing level skills, or teaching level skills, they're all of relevance. We need to connect students to teachers, we need to connect performers to work. So we need to know where are they in those skill levels. And along with that, that allows us to book talent for them, find them work, as well as our future tools we're creating are things to be able to help them put those workshops together and find all these important career tools, business cards, things like that for themselves. So the ultimate goal with this site too, though, is to be able to create a complete a global database where all artists can be able to connect in one place, share their skills, and be able to not just teach locally, but be able to teach all the way across the world. We have video, we have tools like YouTube. We just need to find better ways of organizing that information to be able to share it. And that'll even allow them to monetize that for themselves so they can create money for themselves, not just in their local communities, but they can make money from them all around the world just by sharing what they are passionate about. I don't want to take too long, I know you still got some more to say. So right now, we are, the design of the site too is, the goal is anytime any money is spent or made in this website, it's shared with other artists, okay? So even if you're making money for yourself as an artist, someone introduced you to that, they deserve to get a little bit too, because that's the whole point, is this sharing economy, that if, one of us can make it, then we can help somebody else do it. And when they get help, then they can pass that favor on as well. And with this, what I'm trying to do is create a groundwork framework that we can take and not just apply this to the arts. We can apply this to all areas of society by actually creating a system. So it's easy that any person can plug themselves into it and be able to call themselves to action to actually go and do the thing. Because it's nice to talk about it, it's nice to think of these things as possible, but we need tangible solutions and a game plan to move forward with it. So with this right now, we've got a great team, I'd say about a dozen people of us total, all working on this. Great intelligent people from programming to marketing. We even have game theory people to help make this a lot more fun for us too. And we do have the capital that we need to continue moving this forward and continue this development to share it with the community. So this is my personal passion that, and we only got 5 minutes left, so I want to get this handed back to you there, Shawn.
All right. And Brendon, I mean, this is where serendipitous and everything step on the stage now. Now my voice will just get lower. This is why meeting Brendon has been such a great thing for my vision and the vision of community integral living. And that is, what he's creating is the tool for practitioner. And what community integral living is essentially is a model for a modern community center. It's a place to nourish the mind, body, and spirit while integrating art, science, and spirituality with a focus on creative expression. And essentially, it's twofold. It's one, providing an opportunity for the mainstream to get access to a lot of the novelty that exists within our community. The beautiful practitioners, the hoop instructors, that type of thing that I'm being exposed to primarily through the Burning Man community. And that's where that kind of comes into. And so you have all these people who are trying to, like Brendon, who are passionate and talented, but they can't find a market for it. So these community centers are essentially a platform so that these people can then teach. So this tool actually will help provide a database of practitioners. So that's essentially what CIL is. Now the next level is called Community First Organics. And essentially this is something that's a little bit outside these two organizations, but essentially it consists of two organizations or two initiatives, and one of them is an organic food co-op that's being started, and the second one is a composting business that's going to be started here in Calgary. We already have the infrastructure in place. We have a place at a farm who's going to be run. This is going to be run by a guy named Kevin Longjoy. He is also a board member of CIL, and he's kind of heading up. He's kind of heading up the CFO Community First Organics, and this is where companies like Leaf Ninjas and what we just saw. Our vision is to be able to look at what it takes to help an organization, or what it takes to help a community evolve, and start to build a true interconnected community. This is where the Enlightened Paths comes into concept. So those are the 3 initiatives that are happening currently. We actually have people that are involved in all these, and these things are happening as we speak. Now the other 2 things with regards to Burning Man is, well, for some people, I go down to Peru and I do a lot of shamanic work. And one of the things that has come out of this latest trip was to truly embody that aspect of myself. And so I'm starting a shamanic theme camp for Burning Man. Now, Burning Man is something that, to me, is a great model for building community. It's about self-expression, it's about self-reliance, and it's about community. And so having something there at Burning Man that is shamanic in nature is very, very important. That's more just for anybody that is an interest in the shamanic path. You can come talk to me, and I'm more than happy to explain more on that. The second thing is going to happen in 2014, and that is starting a shamanic retreat. I'm connected to a lot of talented shamans from around the world based on my adventures, and I want to create a retreat here in the Kananaskis region. There's a lot of amazing locations that I've been in contact with, but essentially it's about finding your inner shaman. I think a lot of time traditionally we see shamanism as something as a role that existed within a community. Where I look at it from an archetypical standpoint, and that is there's a shaman within all of us, and that we all have that opportunity to help hold space and to help others transition. So that's what the intention of the shamanic retreat. So there's a lot of things happening. I wanted to take this time to just kind of let you guys know of some of the initiatives that's happening, and thank you. If you have any questions, I think we're almost out of time.
You can probably take one question if somebody has one. Great, cool.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.